Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the 9th chapter of Panchadashi, which is on the meditation. These are different types of meditation. It's not a meditation on a upasana, not on a Ishvara, Saguna upasana. This is a meditation on a Nirguna upasana, Nirguna Brahman. How can you do that? By doing the repetition of Aham Brahmasmi with an understanding that what is Brahman means, because I already have studied by listening to scriptures for a prolonged length of time, clear understanding of what is the nature of Brahman, what is the nature of the world. All it is nothing but the Brahman as an adhishthanam, and it's only Nama Rupatmakam, names and forms superimposed on Brahman. So I can transact in the world. While transacting, also I can do upasana. Upasana means meditation, but not on a meditation on a objectifiable things, but on the Aham Brahmasmi itself is the meditation that I'll be doing. So the question is, how is this different from a vichara, inquiry, to inquire that Aham Brahmasmi through Mahavakya vichara? Says in the vichara I get the knowledge. In the case of the upasana, is essentially I will be led to Nirvikalpa Samadhi slowly, and so on and so forth. Is going to tell about what is going to happen. I may go to Brahmaloka and all that, and then realize there all other things have been discussed before. So here we are looking at the knowledge, the realized master, in contrast to the upasaka. He has understood, and therefore he can recollect any time, and while meditating he may forget the world, and so there is no problem, because he is reveling in himself by himself, because that is the essential truth. While acting also in the world, he can still transact in the world with the knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi, while transacting as though he is an actor but not responsible, accountable for the actions. That's what is the Jnani, a Tattvavit, a knower of the Brahman, knower of the truth, can transact in the transactional world knowing that it's not really real. It's apparently real, like a drama. We'll do chant 97 now. Dhyanam tu ichchika metasya Jnanam tu ichchika metasya Vedanan mukti siddhitaham Vedanan mukti siddhitaham Jnana devatu kaivalyam Jnana devatu kaivalyam Iti shastreshu dindimaha Iti shastraishu dindimaha. Together. Dhyanam tu ichchika metasya Vedanan mukti siddhitaham Jnana devatu kaivalyam Iti shastraishu dindimaha. So etasya, now we are referring to the wise person. So this jnana, the Jivan Muktasya, etasya Jivan Muktasya of the wise person, Vedanat Muktihi Siddhataha, because he already understood that Vedanat, by knowledge, he has already gained the liberation. So what is the liberation? Is liberation from what? Liberation from Desa Kala Vastu Parichinnam, limitations of the space-wise, time-wise, object-wise. So he has understood that Aham Brahmasmi, that means I am infinite. So infinite, there is no limitations of either space-wise, time-wise or object-wise, and that's why it's infinite in all respects, and therefore that I am, he has understood that he is infinite. So therefore no more the limitations of body, mind and intellect are not his limitations. Body, mind, intellect may still be limited as he is transacting in the world, but yet he can take care of the body, mind, intellect as an instrument for transacting in the world, knowing very well I am infinite, I am both the transactor as well as the transacted too. But therefore it is only for fun he does it. So Vedaran Mukti Siddhataha, by knowledge he has understood that I am Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. So Aichika Metasya. So the dhyanam aichikam etasya. For dhyanam aichikam, meditation is also depends on his ichha only. He wants to sit meditation, he can sit in meditation. He doesn't want to sit in meditation, he doesn't need to sit meditation. Now the meditation is no more compulsory for him to gain knowledge because he already gained the knowledge. So he is already liberated. So therefore dhyanam ichchaka, meditation is only by his own will only, because he has already get liberated. Why do you say so? Scripture says so. Jnanat evatu kaivalyam iti shastraishu dindimaha. So jnanat eva, by knowledge alone, is kaivalyam, is the liberation. Shastraishu, as the Shastra says, dindimaha, declares. So from the Upanishad, he is quoting now to say, Shastra says that knowledge alone gives the liberation, and therefore he has already gained the knowledge, therefore he is already liberated. So if he does meditation, he doesn't meditation, it does not matter to him. He can do it, he may not do it. Now is another objection by a student, 98. Tattva vidyadina dhyaye, tattva vidyadina dhyaye, pravarteta tada bahihi, pravarteta tada bahihi, pravartatam sukhenayam, pravartatam sukhenayam, kobhadosya pravartane, kobhadosya pravartane. Together, tattva vidyadina dhyaye, pravarteta tada bahihi, pravartatam sukhenayam, kobhadosya pravartane. Yadi, if tattvavitu, a wise man, nadhyayet, if he doesn't do meditation, does he not going to lose the Aham Brahmatmi? So the question asks, if he doesn't do meditation, because other people are doing meditation, why? If he doesn't do meditation, tada then, bahihi, in the worldly transactions, pravartade, he may get involved. If he doesn't do meditation that I am Brahman all the time, then when he gets involved, then he may get involved into the world of transactions. Asya pravartane kaha badaha. So the teacher responds, so what's wrong with that? Asya pravartane, in that behavior, kaha badaha, what will be the problem? Because so what? Kaha badaha means so what? So what? Let him transact. Asya pravartane kaha badaha. So therefore there is no problem. That's what implication is rhetorically. So he is pravartatam sukhenayam. So the I am pravartaka. So badasya pravartane, so what? Let him transact. That will not affect the knowledge. Knowledge cannot be negated. Experience is different from knowledge. Experience can be contradicted. One experience can contradict the other experience. Knowledge can contradict the experience, but knowledge cannot be contradicted. So experience is there is sunrise and sunset, and knowledge can contradict that experience. The contradiction is that there is no sunrise and sunset. But that knowledge cannot be contradicted because that's a knowledge. That's called the prama. Prama means non-negatable. Anadigata, abadita. Abadita means it cannot be negated. That's why it's called prama. Otherwise it becomes a Brahma. If it is negated, it's Brahma. But even worldly transaction, this knowledge, I am this, I am attracting, even though that pramana is operating, that's only relative pramana. From the absolute point, this is negated as not really real, but only apparently real. That's a different, therefore for that Vedanta alone is pramana. Now 99. Ati prasanga iti ched prasangam tavadhirayaha. Ati prasanga iti ched prasangam tavadhirayaha. prasango vidishastram ched, prasango vidishastram ched, natat vividham prati, natat vividham prati. Together. Ati prasanga iti ched, prasangam tavadhiraya, prasango vidishastram ched, natat vividham prati. So a man engaged in the action will not forget. A wise man does not forget the knowledge. And if the wise man is involved in the worldly activities, is it not a sin? So he is doing activities as though he is transacting. I am different, he is different, he is different. And sin means, does it not leave a vasana for him? That's what essentially sin is. Whenever the intellect and the mind are divergent, that's what sin is. The divergence between the mind and the intellect, because the intellect knows what is right and mind feels like doing even though it is not right. That divergence is called the sin. That's a definition by Swami Chinmayanji. So the degree of divergence defines the degree of the sin. And a yogi is the one where he integrates the mind and intellect. Intellect, mind, and all other instruments are in the order called Arjavam, straightforward. What he says, what he thinks, what he says, what he feels, everything is in straightforward, and that's called Arjavatvam. Means there is no one says something and acts something else and so on, will not be there. So he is called, a wise person is the one who is integrated the mind. So here, when he transacts in the world, does he not commit a sin? That's what the question, a student asked a question. So asi prasangam iti ched, ati prasangam iti, if he is discrediting the spiritual injunctions against the activities. What are the spiritual injunctions? You withdraw. This is Tyage naike amritattvamanasahu. You have to withdraw from your mind and contemplate on that. That's what is the sannyasa yoga. You withdraw yourself from the karma yoga and all that and meditate inquire into the nature of the reality. If that is the injunction, and if you going involved again into the activities, is it not against the scriptures, and therefore he is committing a sin? That's a statement asked to the student. Ati prasanga iti ched, with a discrediting spiritual the instructions and gets involved. Tavad then prasanga iraya, let him do what he wants, and say prasanga iraya. Please tell me what sin that is. If he gets involved and he gets sin because he is going against the scriptural injunction, so tell me where he says so. He is asking a question. Vidhi shastram prasangaha, the obligation of spiritual injunctions. If you say so, then tattva vidhim pratihi na, that will not apply to a wise person. Yeah, the scriptural injunctions of not to get involved unnecessarily activities and concentrate on that, because Veditam only do obligatory activities but not get into other activities, and that is what the scripture has declared. And if you get involved, your mind gets agitated, you will get vasanas and all that, and therefore that's a sin. If you say so, tell me where exactly this says for a jnani. All that is applies only to a seeker, for one who wants to find out. He has to have a dharmic way, and then dharma, artha, kama, then has to go to moksha. So its only injunctions are for the seeker, not for the wise person, tattvavidu. So tattvavidam, so one who has already gained that knowledge, there cannot be any injunction by the scriptures. Scripture has done its job. So he is beyond the scriptures. So it says in the well, I forgot the sloka anyway. So then, to whom are the injunctions? He is going to tell about varnashrama dharma and all that. 100, verse 100. Varnashrama vayo vasthabi, varnashrama vayo vastha, abhimano yasya vidyate. Varnashrama vayo vastha, abhimano yasya vidyate, tasyaiva cha nishedascha, tasyaiva cha nishedascha, sakala api, vidaya sakala api, together, varnashrama vayo vasta, abhimano yasya vidyate, sasyaiva cha nishedascha, vidaya sakala api. Yasya here is for the ignorant. Varnashrama vayaha avastha abhimanaha. Varna, ashrama, vayaha. So the identification with varna, caste, ashrama in terms of the status, position, vayaha, the age, avastha, etc., or the stages in life, etc. Abhimanaha, one who is associated with, say, I am this, I am a Brahmana, I am Kshatriya, I am Sudra, I am Dalit, and also any other identification with that. If you identify yourself, then it belongs to you. Abhimanaha, the one who identified intensely with that. One who acts like that is a different. So one fellow who may act like I am a king in the drama, and he performs activities of the king there in the drama only, not outside the drama. So only as transacting he may behave like that, but for him, once he transacts, whatever he does on the stage doesn't affect him. So for him, the one who is ajnani, all the varnashrama. So in the Viveka Chudamani, jati niti kula gotra duragam, nama rupa guna dosha varjitam, desha kala vishayati vartiyatu, brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So Atmani Bhavayam, that is a meditation in terms of what? Jati, Niti, Kulam, Gotram, all are different from me. They don't belong to me because I am pure Satchidanandam, where there is no Jati, Varna, all those things are not there. So essentially, all these Varnashrama dharmas, all the do's and don'ts belong to only who has a Sarira Abhimana. Who has a body, mind, abhimana. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. Abhimanam, this, I am this. That's called abhimanam. Identification with the body, mind, intellect is so intense. For him only, what do's and don'ts are there. For the jnani, there is no do's and don'ts also. So can he do anything? He can do in principle anything, but he doesn't do anything because of previous samskara. That's what in the Naishkarmya Siddhi, Sureshwara talks about. A jnani, there is no rules and regulations, but he follows the rules and regulations not because he need to, but he follows it because if he doesn't do it, other people will see jnani doesn't do it, therefore I also won't do it. So therefore yajadatarja sishtaha tattadyeva itarjanaha. Because he is a Sreshta Purusha, people look after him and do whatever he does it, therefore he does it too for the benefit of the society. That's a separate, but there is no injunction that he has to do it. Say therefore, Varnashrama Vaya Avastha Abhimanaha is only for the one who does not have it, one who is a ignorant person. For Vidyate, for the one who knows, for him, eva cha sakalaha, all nishedaha, there is no the nishedas for the knowledgeable person. So there is no do's and don'ts for a realized person, but only for the one who has a deha abhimana. Deha includes Sula Sariram, Sushma Sariram and Karna Sariram. So this thought is going to be expanded more. Varnasramadayo dehe, Varnasramadayo dehe, Mayaya parikalpitaha, Mayaya parikalpitaha, Atmano bodha rupasye, Atmano bodha rupasye, Evam tasya vinischayaha, Evam tasya vinischayaha. So Varnasramadayo dehe, Mayaya parikalpitaha, Atmano bodha rupanye, evam tasya vinischayaha. So varna, ashrama, adi, etc. belongs to dehe, to the body. Is maya parikalpitaha, is due to, is a projection of the maya. It's only by the creation of the maya. And Krishna says, Daivim esha gunamayi, maya duratchaya, mame vaye prapadyante, maya metam tarantiti. this Maya of mine is of divine origin and it's difficult to cross, and only by surrendering God, all your ego has to be surrendered, then only you can realize. But once you have realized, then this doesn't belong to you, because you have understood that I am pure Satchidananda. For Atmanaha, for one who is pure consciousness, na bodha rupa need. So the one who has understood that I am the totality, evam tasya vinishyaha. So this doesn't belong, na vidyate. So they do not belong to me. Therefore, he has firm conviction that they do not belong to me, because I am pure Satchidananda. That is the knowledge, that is what he is called Tattva, it means. Sloka 102. Samadhimata karmani, samadhimata karmani, ma karotu va, ma karotu va, hrudaye nasta sarvasto, hrudaye nasta sarvasto, mukta evottamaśrayaha, mukta evottamaśrayaha. Together. Samadhimata karmani, ma karotu va, hrudaye nasta sarvasto, mukta evottamaśrayaha. So he is giving more about this jnani. Hrudayena asta sarvasta muktaha. So in the Hrudayena, from his heart, he knows free from all attachments. Sarva avastha muktaha is liberated from sarvartha. So sarva avastha, that means varnashrama and the other avasthas that describe. He is in his heart of heart, he understood. He is muktaha, he is liberated. And eva and uttamasrayaha, this the one with the purified with that knowledge. Uttamasraya means the highest knowledge he has, purified by the knowledge. Samadhim, meditation, atha karmani, he may do meditation. Ma karoti va. He may not do meditation, or he may do meditation. He may do dhyanam, he may do, say, how come, some people used to ask me, how come Swamiji is not doing meditation? Says he is already understood. Once I understood, then he is already in that meditation only all the time, even while transacting in the world. If I cannot transact in the world with the knowledge, then I have to sit down and do meditation. So meditation is for the one who is not abiding in the knowledge. And therefore, for him, he may do, he may not do. So ma karotu, he may not do, or karotuva, he may do. So it is his pleasure, he may do, thinking that, hey, let me sit down and meditate. So he may do it, forgetting the rest of the world. Or he may involve, that's why Atmarati and Atmakreda. Who says all that? He is going to give reference here, 103. Naishkarmyena natasyartaha, naishkarmyena natasyartaha, sasyarthosti na karmabhihi, tasyarthosti na karmabhihi, na samadhana japyabhyam, na samadhana japyabhyam, yasya nirvasanam manaha, yasya nirvasanam manaha, na samadhana japabhyam, na samadhana japabhyam, yasya nirvasanam manaha. Together, naishkarmyena tasyartaha, tasyarthosti na karmabhihi, na samadhana japyabhyam, yasya nirvasanam manaha. So yasya manaha, whose mind, nirvasanam, without any desires. Vasana is the cause for the desire. So nirvasana, he doesn't have any vasana, so therefore he does not have any desires. So whose mind is free from vasanas, no more vasanas, and therefore no more desires, no more self-centered desires. That's why the desires for Loka Kalyana means Brahma Vasana only. So whose mind is nirvasanam, devoid of any the desires. Tasya, for him, naishkarmena, by renunciation of all the karmas, Arthaha na, there is no meaning. By renunciation of the activity, he doesn't have to do, there's no meaning for him, because he has no desire for any self-centered desire, therefore there is no vasanas. I need to do this for my happiness. He doesn't have it. He may do it, he may not do it. He may do it only propelled by Ishvara, for Loka Kalyanam. So whatever he does is only Ishvara Arpitam, or Ishvarecha only. So for the benefit of the totality only, whatever he does it. And therefore, Naishkarmena, renunciation of karma, arthaha no meaning. Karma bihi tasya arthaha naha asti. Even while performing action also, there is no meaning also. He may do it only for Loka Kalyanam. So samadhana japabhyam, if he can do japa, samadhanam, meditation, and japa, has no arthaha asti. There is no meaning for that also. He may do it, he may not do it. So there is no need for him to do it, because his happiness doesn't depend on those. He is happy by himself, as himself. He understood Aham Brahmasmi. So there is nothing can be done. So no vasana for him. We'll do 104. Atma sangastatonyat. Atma sangastatonyat. Syat indrajalam himayikam. Syat indrajalam himayikam. Itcha chanchalam nirnete. Itcha chanchalam nirnete. Kuto manasi vasana. Kuto manasi vasana. Together. Atma sangastatonyat. Syat indrajalam himayikam. Itcha chanchala nirnete. Kudo manasi vasana. So Atma asangaha. Atma is untouched by any activities. Asangoham, 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 punah punaha. So no attachment of any kind for me. Atma asangaha. Tataha anyat. Other than Atma. So Tataha anyat, other than Atma, Anatmahi Mayikam. It is Indrajalam. It is only of the nature of unreal. So Indrajalam Syat, it's only a magic show as though. Iti achanchale nirnita. So if achanchalam means, chanchalam is perturbation, means wavering mind. So achanchale, firm conviction has established that I am Atma and the world is only Mithya. So Jagan Mithya and the Brahma Satyam and Aham Brahmasmi. He has fully understood that. For him, achanchalam nirnete, kutaha manasya vasana, then where can there be vasana for the mind? He is not understood the mind itself is not me. So akartaham, abhoktaham, ahamevaham avyaya. I am never a doer nor an enjoyer. So he is already reveling in himself. Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. So vitaraga bhaya krodhaha. Sitadhir muniruchyate. So he has no problem while transacting or not transacting. There will not be any vasanas, because vasanas come when there is an egocentric action. Whenever there is an action involved, I am a doer, that's the ego. And whenever you do it, then it gives you the result as well as the vasanas of I like it, I don't like the result and all that. If it doesn't have the I am not a doer, but the action is doing, even though for transactional purposes you say I am doing. You say, I have Swamiji, I have eaten. Yes, I have eaten. So that's otherwise he will say, if you say, I don't know whether I have eaten or not, he doesn't say, then we have to feed him again. So for transactional purposes he may say it and use it. He doesn't have to say, Brahman has eaten. So he doesn't have to use a strange language to communicate. But at the same time he understood though. So therefore there cannot be any vasana. 105. Evam nasti prasangopi, evam nasti prasangopi, kutosyati prasanjanam, prasango yasya tasyaiva, sankyantati prasanjanam, Together. Evam nasti prasangopi kutosyati prasanjanam prasango yasya tasyaiva sanketati prasanjanam. So evam, in this way, api also. Thus, when prasanga, prasanga here is obligations, the scriptural obligations, na asti, are not there. Asya for the wise, tasya for the asiprasanjanam. So injunctions against for this. Kutaha, where can there be injunctions against? Scriptural injunctions are not applicable for him because he doesn't have any obligations in the world. Kutaha, so therefore injunctions against him, kutaha. Asya prasangaha, that he has an obligations, tasya eva ati prasanjanam sakyate. So the one who has obligations, tasya ati prasanga, the one who, so what obligations tasya eva ati prasanjanam sakyate? What's the possibility of disrespecting the scriptures for him? He cannot have any injunctions, therefore there cannot be any sin for him because he is beyond all that. Only who are not realized, they are the injunctions are there by the scriptures so that his mind is purified. Injunctions are only meant for purification of the mind and not accumulate new vasanas and get rid of the old vasanas. So for that you have a disciplinary mind is there. So do's and don'ts are prescribed for a sadhak, for jignasu. 106 now. Vidya bhavanna balasya drusyetati prasanjanam syat kutoti prasangosya vidya bhavo samesati. Together. Vidya bhavanna balasya drusyetati prasanjanam syat kutoti prasangosya vidyabhavo samesati. So vidhi abhava, due to lack of vidhi. Vidhi means includes do's and don'ts. So there is a Veda Vihita, the actions that are called Veda Vihitam. So these are prescribed by the Vedas that he has to do. If he doesn't do, he gets Pachavaya Papam, and therefore there is a sin involved. So therefore do's and don'ts are there. So Vidhi Abhavat, due to lack of any do's and don'ts. Balasya, for the child. So what injunctions you can do for the baby? Say he may kick with his left hand to the father. Father will be very happy even though he is a child. If an adult who kicks is different from a child because he doesn't know anything. So therefore balasya, for the child it is only a play. So for him ati prasanjanam. So sins of disrespect to the fathers or to mother, because the baby is kicking, and in the kicking is kicking the father and the mother in the process, and out of joy also he will be kicking. And in that, is there a can you prosecute the child? Because child has no sin at all, because he has no knowledge. Vidhi abhav, there is no do's and don'ts for the child. Balasya. Adi prasanjanam, there is no sin of activities or not activities. Do's and don'ts do not belong to a child. Nadrusyate, this we all know, because we all know that if a small child is doing something, we enjoy the action, but if an adult does it, then we condemn it. So nadrusyate, vidhi abhave samesati. Similarly, lack of do's and don'ts for a jnani. Asya, for a jnani. Ati prasangaha, so kutaha syat. In the same way, for jnani also, there is no do's and don'ts, just like for a child. We don't have it also. So that's why they compare the sage like a child also. We'll do 107. Nakinchidvesti balasched, nakinchidvesti balasched, sarvam vechaiva tattvavit, sarvam vechaiva tattvavitu alpagnasyaiva vidayaha alpagnasyaiva vidayaha sarvesyuhu nanyayorthiyoho nanyayordhvayoho alpagnasyaiva vidayaha sarvesyuhu nanyayordhvayoho. Together, nakinchidveti balasche sarvam vecheva tattvavitu alpagnasyaiva vidayaha sarvesyuhu nanyayordhvayoho. So, nakinchit veti for balasya, for child does not know anything. So, therefore, you cannot find fault with the child because he is a child and doesn't know. Therefore, there is no injunctions. Hey, you child, you have to do like this, you have to do like that. You may not, even if you tell, he won't know it. So, therefore, there is no injunctions of do's and don'ts for the child because he doesn't know anything. Whereas for the jnani, he knows everything, therefore, there are no injunctions. So, therefore, sarvam vecheva tattvavitu for a jnani who knows everything, there are also no injunctions also. So, who has injunctions of do's and don'ts and all that? Only alpajnasya iva vidayaha. Only for half knowledge, people who have half knowledge only the problem. For him only, because for a half knowledge, he is going to commit lot more mistakes out of it because he knows a little bit and not enough. Therefore, he is going to commit himself lot more errors and will cause lot more problems. Therefore, alpajnyaha seva vidayaha. So, all the do's and don'ts only for the people who have half-baked knowledge. Sarvesyuhu, that is essentially in all vidayaha, sarvehi vidayaha syuhu, they exist for him only. Na anyaha, na annayor dvayoho. So, dvayoho, those two, neither for the child nor the wise man, there are no injunctions of any kind. Only for half-baked fellow has all the injunctions. Half knowledge. What is the half knowledge I have? I know I am there. I am this when I make a statement. I am existent entity. I know I am conscious entity. What I don't know then, I say I know 2/3. I am Sat and I am Chit. But what I don't know is I am Ananda Swarupam. Why I don't know? That's what say, because I am running after Ananda. I want this for me to be happy, I want that to be happiness because I think that I am not happy, therefore I want this and that. I am existing only as a BMI, but therefore I am BMI is going to die, therefore I am only one day I am going to die. That's also my problem. Because identification with the body, mind, intellect wrongly, that's why I have half knowledge and half knowledge. So I know I am there, I know I am existent, but I do not know that I am Brahman. Brahman means Ananda also. So all this Nidhi Vakyam, the do's and don'ts apply to, so not for the child or for the jnani. Jnani knows everything, the child doesn't know. In both cases doesn't apply. Now we go to 108. Shapanugraha samarthyam yasya sau tattvopavidyati tattvavidyati tatra shapadi samarthyam palam syat tapaso yataha together shapanugraha samarthyam yasya sau tattvavidyati tatra shapadi samarthyam palam syat tapaso yataha. So the next question is asked is, does the jnani can give a shapam or does he bless people? He says shapa anugraha samarthyam, the capacity to curse or to capacity to bless is both samarthyam. Asau tattvavidu, for the knower, yadi, if you think he has, tatna, he does not have it. So he does not don't go to a wise man and say, please bless me, please bless me. What can he do? Say, I cannot bless you. He cannot say, okay, bless you. At least the fellow will be happy. So neither he can curse nor he can bless because he only knows the knowledge of the totality. He does not have the capacity to curse. So who has the capacity to curse? Chapadi samarthyam, chapam and adi means anugraham, blessing and chapam, etc. Like we study in the Puranas, it's not for the jnanam say. What is it? Tapasaha palam syat. It is the result of tapas only. By austerities, by controlling things, one can gain those siddhis, and it's only capacity that's available for the tapas people, and this is jnani doesn't have it because he is pure knowledge that I am total. In fact, anything is only his own self. So self-blessing is contemplating on the reality itself is a blessing. His presence itself is a blessing. And we'll go into more details in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.